Hello, it's Jeff Nerd, and today I'm going to take a look at the Sinners trailer 2, because I've seen the movie now, and I've heard this trailer spoils a lot, so I'm going to take a look at it, and then I'm going to talk about it, because I have some thoughts about it. So here we go. Sinners.
We've been gone a long time. We back now. You twins? Nah, we cousins.
There are legends of people with the gift of making music so true. You can conjure spirits from the past and the future. This gift can bring fame and fortune.
Will somebody take me in your eyes?
But it also can pierce the veil between life and death.
Listen here. This ain't no house party. Shit. Y'all ready to drink? Y'all ready to sweat?
The music in this movie is amazing, dude.
Yeah, so.
Oh, Haley Steinfeld.
He's dancing with the devil.
Careful, boy. You gonna run off more than you can chew.
Dude. Sexy vampire movies.
Follow you home. We got us a problem now. What the hell going on? Oh, we heard tale of a party. This world already left you for dead. I can save you from your fate.
You don't need no saving.
Yes, you do. And you are?
I am.
Your way out.
This does spoil a lot.
Don't cry. Things all better now. Yes, I like you. I don't believe in magic. Ghosts, demons. Just power. Somebody please take me.
This movie's so good. I love vampires.
We're gonna kill every last one of you.
I didn't mean to scare you. Thought y'all forgot about me in here. Come on, open the door, let me all out here. Stay. It's you? Of course it's me. Open the door.
Dude.
That ain't your brother.
Love to you. Yo, smell anything? I think I shot myself.
Delroy Lindo. Delroy Lindo, dude.
I think I shot myself.
Dude. Sinners is awesome, bro. Anyway, Sinners, oh my god, it was amazing. Literally, oh my goodness. I knew it was going to be good. I made a video a year or two ago now about Ryan Coogler, about how great his movies are, how great of a storyteller, how just masterful of a storyteller he is. And that video tanked. Nobody watched it or listened to it. And that just was like, dang it. But when this movie was coming out, and when I saw, like, this is the first time that Ryan Coogler is doing something without, like, without any reins, like, carte blanche. He has, like, a blank check. This is his blank check movie, if there's ever one. So, like, if you think about it, the first movie, Fruitvale Station, that movie was, like, based on a true story. It was very personal to him, yes. And it was his first movie, so, like, in some ways, there was probably, like, a little bit more power, but it was also very much an independent movie. And about a very serious subject matter that you obviously want to, like, take a lot of personal care in and try and make it, you know, right for, if anybody else, if nobody else, the person's family, right? Then, after that, he goes to Creed, taking on the Rocky franchise and having to, like, not only in essence reboot it, and make you come fall in love with a new character, but also having to like give Rocky a proper, like, I don't want to say send off, but like basically a send off, like give him a new stance in life, in a new position, and he succeeded at that. And then if things weren't intimidating and like pressure, like weight the world on your shoulders enough, you have to make Black Panther, and that is like, historical, massive, like highest grossing black film ever with an all black cast, pretty much, and sinking, like, and then Chadwick Boseman, like all this like massive undertaking. He does it. He knocks it out the park. Then Chadwick Boseman dies, and that puts even more, like, you would think Black Panther Wakanda Forever could have been, like, that could have been, like, yeah, there still would have been the pressure of, I gotta make that money back, but at the very least, had Chadwick Boseman not died, it could have been like, okay, they trust me, they know I know what to do with, this stuff, maybe it'll give me a little bit more power, but then Chadwick dies, and so that creates a whole new kind of pressure for Wakanda Forever. So Coogler has not really had a chance to really just go wild and go crazy. And this is it. Sinners is his, this is his blank check. This is for me movie. This movie's for me with no crazy pressure. Like, this movie, like, it looks amazing. It sounds amazing. It's amazing. But it's also like, it's not the most expensive movie in the world either. It's like a little bit more pared down. It's all in one setting for the most part. Like there's other locations, yeah, but for the most part, it's all in this sort of one, like, juke bar location. And it's just like, I didn't think you could take something. I mean, I don't know, like, I keep getting surprised when I think of, like, movies that are, like, not the most crazy expensive, that also try to do, like, a bunch of things. This movie does 1,000 things. Not only is it a vampire movie, but it's also a movie about, like, race stuff and black people during the, like, I think it's like I don't know what year, but, like, try like 20s, 30s type era, maybe, kind of. Like, just very early 1900s level style. And sort of how the racism and the slavery is just sort of coming out of it, and whether or not black people can, like, actually find places where they could be left alone. There's this whole subplot in this. Oh, I'm not going to get into spoilers just yet, but I will. I will. I'm definitely going to. This movie, I was wondering, why is this titled Sinners for it to be a vampire movie? Like, what's the deal, Ryan? What's the deal? But I think it's obvious by the time you watch it and by the time it's over. And it's bold. The reason it is titled Sinners is kind of bold because it's not using sinners in a derogatory manner this time. This time it's like, be a sinner. In a way. I think that's the essence of the movie, in a way. Alright, I'm going to get into spoilers. You have to see this movie. This movie, the music, everything everybody has been saying about it is true. Don't let anybody tell you different. And you have to see it to believe it. Yeah, you might be like, especially if you get overhyped, you might be like, well, okay, it didn't, like, change my life. For one, I really think anytime you're overhyped, either A, don't watch it for as long as possible, and then watch it when you're like, I'm ready for this, and you watch it. Or B, watch it twice. Watch it first, be underwhelmed, then maybe wait a week, and then watch it again. And I guarantee you can maybe see a little bit more of the value in there. But besides that, besides overhypedness, when people are saying this is Ryan Coogler's best movie, do I agree? Do I disagree? I agree-ish. Like, it's tough. On the other hand, like, all the other undertakings are, like, so massive, right? Ryan Coogler has already had to do so many massive things. So, like, in context, they kind of seem in different ways bigger. But to not only have a blank check movie and do a horror movie, you think he's just having fun, but actually no, he's taking on some multiple serious subject matter and also some challenging crazy, challenging ideas for even like for anybody, but especially maybe even a black director to be putting forth in a movie like this, dude. It's maybe it is his best movie because like he could have done something very simple, like it could have just been a fun vampire movie. It could have been like, you know, it could have been just an easy genre shift in what you're used to from Ryan Coogler. And not only is he doing that, but he's also like, but I'm also still Ryan Coogler, and everything in this movie is going to mean something. And he makes sure you know what it means by the end. And I don't think, this is Ryan Coogler not pulling punches. This is Ryan Coogler, he is a little more mad in this movie. I think Smoke and Stack, those two guys, both the characters of Michael B. Jordan, these are two sides of Ryan Coogler. The smooth talking, agreeable side that people can talk to, and then there's this side that is a little more quiet and a little more reserved, but is secretly like, I just kind of hate all of you, and I hate this idea that we're like, I hate having to do any of this, and in some way, it's just an interesting. I want to say more, and I'm going to right now. There are spoilers in 3, 2, goodbye. Go see this movie. 1. Here we go. So, the religious aspects of this movie, I was very surprised by. It opens up with Sam. I love how it opened. He has the sinking guitar in his hand. It's effed up. And he walks in and his preacher father is like, you gotta put that guitar down. And he's basically like, that's the devil's music, what you're playing there. And there's so much interesting stuff here. I'm trying to really talk about all of it. Okay. This idea of there's so many times, especially when it comes with religion, where they try to villainize various art forms. So think about in the 80s when they villainized Dungeons and Dragons and stupid weird nerd junk and rock music. Or you think about just sort of anytime something is like, oh, it's so much sex, drugs, and rock and roll. That's so devilly, blah, 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 blah. And this movie is really kind of making the argument in a lot of ways like, hey, the stuff that thing that maybe didn't even come from your people, that a whole lot of people are putting on you, may do the opposite of what they're saying in some ways. And the fact that this movie is trying to go that far in some ways is what's nuts. The idea of this movie having the gonads to talk about how religion is also colonization in a lot of ways, and has been colonizing the entire world in a lot of ways, and being used to control people. And how heavy religion is also in the black community, though, and how heavy that is, and how much of a burden that can be, and how it is just so interesting how this movie also paints the idea with Delroy Lindo's character. He's sort of this old, I think he's an old black harmonica player or something, or piano player, one of which, or both, I don't remember. I need to see this again also because I was so tired, but I literally, every time this movie was hitting, I was wired. I had a busy day, and every time this movie was you want to pay attention to this, I could not take my eyes off of it. I could not take my eyes off of it. Oh my goodness. But anyway, Delroy Lindo's character, he's telling Sam, the main guy, or the best blues player in town or whatever, he's telling him, this music, when you're playing it, it brings back the past of everything, and also the future. And there's this scene where Sam is really getting to play his music, and it starts with him just playing his blues, basically apologize. Goosies. The song he's playing is it's like, I'm not gonna say it, but he's like, "Ooh, I'm sorry, Dad, I let you down doing this," and he's like playing the blues, singing that song, basically being like, "I'm sorry, I'm here, I'm doing this," and, and then slowly you start to see like the ancestors come out, and that part's cool, and you're sort of seeing like, and so in this moment, I'm like, this is some Mike Flanagan level, supernatural, like significant interweaving with the storytelling, like, what I love about how Mike Flanagan does some of his horror is sometimes a ghost is not just a ghost. Sometimes a ghost is a demon. Or sometimes a vampire is a ghost, and like it's just a supernatural thing. We don't know what it is, but it is here and it's doing something. And this, where he's playing his music and he's bringing in the past people, it's like they're ghosts coming back to listen to the music. And it's like, whoa, oh my god! But also and then the future. So like the people from the future come in, and then you start to see like a guy rapping or like doing. So you get to see a turntable in this 1920s or 30s or whatever the fudge setting, and it's like, oh my god! And this sequence is like one of the best. I love old timey sequences. Like I was thinking of. It reminds me of the 1920s party scene in Babylon, kinda. But with this, I just love the idea of a room full of ghosts. I love the idea of a room that is full, a room that feels fuller than it is because of this emotional presence. And like there's like they even say like that sound you play, that music, it's massive. It's big. It's bombastic. It literally, the way he plays it so good, the vampires can hear. Like they can feel it. And there's this moment in that right after that, when you do see the Irish vampire guy sort of hear and see him playing, like. I didn't know, there were two feelings. I was like, oh my god. Two scary feelings. Two different ones. So, Sandy's playing the guitar, and it's awesome. And he's like, he's got the house, they're going nuts, and then the place starts burning. I was like, is it burning because he is playing so good? He's like burning the house down with how good he's playing the guitar. There's that level. There's the level of I was scared that they're all having a good time and somebody outside is trying to burn it down right now while they're having a good time. And then you see it flash back to go out to the vampire who notices it all going down. And now I'm thinking, is it his vision and goal to burn that effing juke down? And already, okay, I explained 3 different layers to that one little snippet of a scene, and it's like that through the entire movie. The entire movie has like layers, and it's like, and what I love about Ryan Coogler is because of all like both the Black Panthers and Creed and Fruitvale Station, all of his movies literally do this same thing, and it just. It's how you know. It's just how you know a whole lot of this is on purpose. This was on purpose. The first scene we see the Irish vampire guy, I don't remember his name, whatever. I will, because I'm going to watch this 1,000 more times in my life. But when he first comes up, and he like sort of looks up, and his eyes, the red eyes, I'm going to see if I could mimic it on here somehow. And then it sort of like pans slowly up. It was such a Lost Boys, like it did a little crossfade. It's such a Lost Boysy, like 80s vampire movie vibe in that moment when you like the introduction to the vampire. So cool. The way the vampire, He how he controls people with his music, so good. And like also, it's, like I said, it reminds me of like the Mike Flanagan horror, and also like Stephen Kinginess, like the idea of like this supernatural sense, like you know, like a sailor sees another sailor, or a fisherman sees another fisherman from afar, always sees another fisherman from afar. Like this idea of like two like-minded individuals. Like there's vampires. That vampire can control people with his mind. There are a couple scenes where he's singing, and you can see him kind of puppeting other people with his singing. But then you see, but Sam is not a vampire, but his music is so powerful that it does like it even draws in vampires. You know what I'm saying? Like you see what I'm getting at here? Like I love that symbolism. Love it. Love it. And you gotta stay after the credits. Stay after the credits. I saw people walking out. Both credit scenes. Two credit scenes, and they're both very powerful. Also, there's a song in the credits that sort of plays between both the credit scenes that is also really powerful. This movie is good. This movie, no, not even good. No, this movie is great. This movie is so good, so great. I could talk about it all day, forever. And I'm going to show my brother. I'm going to show my father. I'm going to talk about it with everybody. I'm going to tell everybody to watch it. You should do it too. Watch Sinners. Go watch Sinners. Especially if you're religious. Especially. And I don't want you to be like, oh, hey, I'm scared of blood and vampires, and I also am scared of sinners, and I'm not a sinner. Go watch it. Just watch it. Because I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something. Is if you're a white person, and you're being like, I'm not going to see this movie because... Shame on you. Shame on you. Just saying. Shame. Shame on you, lassie. Alright, that's it. Like, comment, subscribe. Goodbye! I want to suck that blood, babe. I want to suck your blood so much. Suck your blood. Suck. Suck.